I'm not trying to be a pseudo spiritualist, but the scripture says, "He that findeth a wife," which means that she's already a wife when he finds her.
So if she's already a wife,
then I have to.
You better be a husband,
right? So in that moment, I realized if I ever wanted a wife, I had to become husband.
What's happening? No capping. We with AO, about to get a plate bowl. Pull up to the table. Let's go.
Everyone's talking about being a high value man. Everyone's talking about, I want a high value man who makes 6 figures. He needs to be buff, needs to be, 6 feet tall. But I haven't really heard the conversation around what does a healthy man look like? What does it look like to become a husband that is valuable? We put so much emphasis on, the cost of or what the man brings to the table, money-wise, looks-wise. And let's be honest, we put so much emphasis on what the woman brings to the table with looks. But no one's really talking to men on how to become husbands. A recent study came out and revealed that nearly 52% of U.S. marriages end in divorce. And the reason why they're ending in divorce is because I believe it's not because of money. It's not because of, cheating and sex. It's because people are rushing, watch this, to the ring without maximizing their single season, without taking the time to become husband and to become wife. And I think today I really want to have a conversation on with someone who's an expert in this space because I'm not. I'm not that guy. I'm the money guy, but I do believe that, hey, if we're going to become wealthy and sustain our wealth, being a healthy husband and being a healthy wife is a crucial role in wealth building. Because if your husband is a lame husband, that's going to cause issues financially. If your wife is a lame wife, woman, husband, that's going to cause issues within your marriages. So listen, today we're going to have that conversation. This conversation is for men. And watch this. Men, you're going to learn how to become husband, and wives, ladies, queens, you're going to learn what to be looking for in a husband. But before we get to today's guest and have this amazing conversation, a few quick things. Number one, I want you to take my free singles quiz. We're diving in and we're taking some time. It took us about 5 to 6 months to come up with this quiz and teach you how to really maximize your single season. Stop rushing to the ring and rush to really better understand yourself and how do you maximize the season? How do you get out of debt? How do you build your relationship with God? How do you build your mental health? What are the things you should be doing now so you can start becoming the man and woman that you need to be for your particular spouse? And how do you better contribute to the world? It's a 100% free quiz. You can click the link in today's show notes. I promise you, you're going to love it. It took us 6 months to come up with this quiz because you're going to get 30 to 40 pages in results to walk you through, give you the playbook on how to maximize your single season. It's going to be amazing. We combined the Enneagram and the DISC assessment test to better tell you how to maximize it. So listen, it's a free quiz. It'll take you 4 minutes. And within these 4 minutes, you're going to have some aha moments. And I promise you're going to thank me. So you'll click the link in today's show notes and make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you join our family, y'all. We are on the road to 500,000 and from there to 1 million subscribers. And I want to thank you for being part of the family. So today's guest is one of my friends, man. He's known me for years, man. For years back in the Fayetteville, North Carolina days. And I'm excited to have him in. Y'all have seen him on a singles mansion. And I saw the reviews. Y'all was like, yo, bring him to the table. So he posted something last week. And I said, yo, bro, I need you to get into the car and drive up here. And that was probably like 2 days ago. And he's here today. So we're going to have a conversation about how to become husband. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the table. For the first time, definitely not the last time, my brother, dear brother, Jay Wright, Jeremy Wright. What's up, man? How you feeling, bro?
Yo, I'm good, bro. How about you?
Man, I'm feeling all right, man. You walked in with a suit. And I'm normally like in a hoodie, a little polo. I said, nah, you know what? Let me go back upstairs. And, put me on a little suit. How I look today, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get into jewelry like you. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta step it up a little bit. I'm checking you out.
Just a little. Just a little for the ladies.
Well, a little for the ladies. So you're out here searching, right?
It's not that, man. I've learned. I lived on a very strong, debt-free, very frugal life for a while.
Okay.
And I'm starting to learn to enjoy a little bit of my money, man.
As you should.
You know, we've built something nice. I'm like, yo, let me enjoy a little bit of it. But we ain't sitting here talking about no jewelry today.
Right, absolutely.
You posted a video on Facebook.
Right.
That I thought was one of the most brilliant posts you've ever made.
Okay.
Because I'm in a season at 38 years old now to where I desire to be married. I am content where I am. I'm not in a rush to get married, but I do desire to become a husband. You posted a video talking about becoming husband.
Right.
And I was shocked because, bro, you wrote the book. To all the girls you loved before God.
I did.
And bro, that was a book that was nothing about a husband.
I mean, well, I think the book was the catalyst. The book was like the foundation to getting where I am, to becoming who I am today. Right?
Yeah.
I had to do some things with the book. I had to say some things and get those things out of the way.
Yeah.
In order for me to evolve and to become who I am right now.
Yeah.
So that's the book is something different, but the book was 10 years ago.
Right.
Like I was your age.
Right.
I'm
You're
10
young.
years older and I'm much wiser now.
Have you hit 50 yet?
I'm 50. I just turned 50 last November.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't look it. My hair's all gray.
You
but
got that swag.
You know, we do what we can.
Wait, did you do anything for your 50th?
I went down to Atlanta to a couple of games.
I remember that.
Like a Hawks game that night. I went out.
I remember.
We had a
Because you
good
chilled
time.
with your daughter.
No, I was with Todd and my brother.
Yeah. That's so awesome, man. That's so awesome. Yeah. So let's talk about this, man. You are really getting into this space of becoming husband. I really want you to break down what does that mean, becoming husband, and what got you to this point to where you're like, yo, it's time for me to shift from. He is a member of the best fraternity in the world, in my personal opinion, Kappa Alpha Psi, and you went from that season to this season. So let's break this down. What does becoming a husband mean, and how did you get to where you want to become husband? Well,
long story short, I only had, in all of the women that I've loved before God, you remember the story, I only had one woman, Sherry, to say to me, I'm not a girlfriend, I'm a wife. And when she said that to me, it shifted my whole thinking about myself.
Wow.
Because you remember the book, the basis or the foundation, the substratum of where we were in To All the Girls I've Loved Before God was to tell us that we needed to know who we were ourselves before we could find our place in relationship.
Yeah.
And when she said that to me, when she said, I'm not a girlfriend, I'm a wife, it actually made me question who I was. Like, what was I? And in that very moment, I understood why I wasn't married. I understood why my relationships in the past hadn't worked, and I understood what I had to do in order to get where I want to be.
Wow.
When she said that to me, when Sherry said, I am not a girlfriend, I'm a wife, I realized that I'd never even been a boyfriend.
Ooh, what do you mean by that?
I had always been the guy who just kept his options open.
Wow.
I had never identified myself as anything.
Wow.
Now, and so in that moment, I understood that I had to become something.
Yeah.
And I had to be that thing in order to be that thing.
Yeah.
I could never be a husband until I became one. You know, most people think that they become a husband at the altar when they make their vows. But and I'm not trying to be a pseudo spiritualist, but the scripture says, "He that findeth a wife," which means that she's already a wife when he finds her.
So if she's already a wife,
then I have to.
You better be a husband,
right? So in that moment, I realized if I ever wanted a wife, I had to become husband.
Become husband.
See, because the scripture says, he that findeth a wife. It didn't say he that findeth his wife.
Ooh. Hey.
So you might, a wife.
She may not be your wife, but she is a wife. She's somebody's wife.
Right, because here, in that particular scripture, here's the thing. being a wife to you is about choice.
Right.
See, because people say all the time, the husband or wife that God has for you. God ain't got no husband or wife for you. God is the most powerful entity in the universe.
Facts.
And he doesn't force you to choose him.
Right.
He gives you the ability to choose or reject him.
Yes.
So if God doesn't make you choose him,
why is he gonna make you
ain't
choose?
gonna make nobody else choose you.
Come on,
He's
man.
gonna give them the choice to choose you.
Come on.
Are you following me here?
Yeah.
So in that moment, I understood. This woman said, I'm a wife, and if I'm ever gonna be, I gotta be right now.
Yeah.
So I decided in that moment, in that very moment, reflecting on everything that I had gone through, all of the situations that I had been in, everything that I knew about relationships, I understood in that very moment that a man or a woman can only be found in two positions, lost or found. Because when you find her, you have to be ready for her.
Yeah.
And every woman that I did not find her to be, I was lost.
So good.
Does that make sense?
No, this is so good.
So that landed me on the acronym of husband. Like all of this searching, I had to now, I did some introspective thinking. I had to think about who I was and what I was. And in that space, I had to decide what I wanted to be. And I wanted to be
husband.
I want to be husband. So I won't find myself in this situation ever again.
Yeah.
And every man, because here's the thing, every man and woman, husband or wife, the goal in every romantic relationship is to do what?
Yeah.
Be married.
Be married.
And the problem with us, the problem that we have in this, is that most of us aren't husband.
And most aren't wives neither, though.
Right. I would suggest that, but I can only speak from my
Husband.
position.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I would agree with you. You said more than 52% of all marriages end in divorce.
Yep.
Then think about this.
Yeah.
That means that most relationships,
Yeah.
if marriages, think about the relationships that don't even make it to marriage.
Yep.
So I would suggest that at least 90% of all people, all relationships,
Yeah.
have some instabilities because they don't know who they are.
Yo, let's help the men today.
Let's do it.
Let's help the men today because I want to make sure that we hit this. You posted this video breaking down what does husband mean.
I landed on an acronym for husband
Yeah.
that would give me something to strive for.
Okay.
And I hope that it helps other men.
Yeah.
Husband is HUSBAND.
Yes.
Husband is to honor her, understand her,
Yeah.
support her,
Yeah.
build her,
Yeah.
align with her,
Yeah.
nurture her,
Yeah.
and defend her.
Say that one more time for the people in the back who missed it.
So the H in husband
Yeah.
is to honor her.
Honor.
Now, if you want me to just give it, or can I break it down?
Yeah, let's live right there. That's H right there. Well, when you say honor her, how do you honor your wife?
So honor has a number of different
Agreed.
meanings. It's to hold in high regard,
Yep.
in great esteem. It's to fulfill a covenant or promise to. It's to hold in a true form, like it's truth.
Yep.
So honoring your wife is simply to hold her in the highest regard, which means that you're going to live righteously as it regards her. I was thinking about something just yesterday when I was writing some more notes about honoring. To honor your woman is to consistently heal her. Do you understand? I want you to feel this. When you honor her, it's her daily medicine. It heals her from the frustration of her day. It heals her from the stress of her job. It heals her. To honor her is the consistent medicine that she needs to replenish her daily. Because when you walk upright, righteously, when you do what you need to, when you provide the things that we're going to get to in the other acronyms, through honoring her, You heal her. Because when you dishonor her, you hurt her. So you either heal or you hurt.
Yeah.
When you don't honor, you hurt. For instance, when you don't honor your wife, you add to the hurt that she feels every day. Does that make sense? So my dishonoring you causes you frustration. My dishonoring you causes you stress.
Yeah.
And eventually, I lose access to your heart.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So honor keeps the heart access open. Does that make sense to you? You see where I'm going with this?
Bro, he needs an offering. What's your cash app?
Yeah.
I know the ladies are like, bro, what? Oh my God.
You have to honor her.
Oh man.
And you
Yeah.
you have to understand her.
Yeah.
I used to think that communication was key. No. Comprehension
It's key.
is the balance
Yes.
to communicate. You could articulate your thoughts
Yes.
adequately to me at any time.
Yes.
But if I don't comprehend, if I don't understand, again, the Bible says, in all thy getting,
Get an understanding.
get an understanding.
Teaching good.
You see what I'm saying? So if I understand her whys,
Yeah.
if I know why she responds this way to that, maybe because of something that happened in her childhood, maybe it's something that's like there is a trigger to this thing. I have to understand what's wrong. This is my woman.
Yeah.
If I'm her husband,
Right.
I have to understand her, brother.
Facts.
I honor her. I understand her.
Yeah, right.
And now that S
Yep.
is support. Now, when I support her, here's what that does.
Yeah.
The most important element to the life of a woman is security.
Yes.
And when you support her, it provides the security that she needs. And that's what you talk about all the time.
All day.
From a financial standpoint, that's just that's an element.
That's one
and
element.
It's a primary element.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So when you support her, you provide you fulfill the number one need that she has.
Now, let me ask you this question in the support area. Man, this is so good. In the support area, do you believe that a man can support his woman in a 50-50 relationship financially? Like, I know that's one of the elements, but can a man support his woman and honor his woman in a 50-50 relationship?
That depends on the dynamics of their relationship.
Okay.
I mean, my dad is from the old school,
Right.
and I'm from the old school. My mom hasn't worked since my sister was born.
Right.
And she never paid a bill or bought things in my house coming up, other than for us. She bought for us all the time.
Right.
But in terms of what was the necessities of the household, that wasn't her responsibility. And I'm kind of from that old school.
Okay.
You need to be in the position to do that. However,
Right.
I do understand that the dynamics of relationships are different today than they were when our parents were growing up. Right? You have we so often we want traditional wives, but they don't have traditional responsibilities. Right?
Yo, Jay, right? You talking good today.
No, I'm serious though.
For real.
No. So yes, you can support in a 50-50 situation, but I would leave that's something that you guys have to talk about in terms of when you're working out your details in terms of honoring and understanding.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to have an understanding in order to honor.
Right.
And one of the things you talk about support, which is what I love, you guys, and I want to just drop this here so we can finish out the rest of the acronyms. And man, we're going to be dropping Jeremy's information below to where y'all can follow him. And I'm trying to get him on our network, y'all. Let me know if y'all think we should start a podcast called Becoming Husband. Drop it in the comments below. I want to know, should we launch a podcast, another show called Becoming Husband? But one of the ways to become a husband and to become a wife is really, I think, more income and being wise with that income. 2 quick things to help you get more income so we can get back to the show. Bethel Tech. The rising career industry in the world right now is tech. The tech industry, they're making millionaires. They're helping people get out of debt. They're helping people build wealth. And I have an amazing program called Bethel Tech that is 9 months. It's a 9-month program. It costs about $12,000, $13,000. You do get a $1,500 scholarship if you're part of my tribe. And once you get out of that program, man, you're going to be making anywhere between $70,000 to $125,000 within a year. So within a matter of this time next year, you could be making 6+ figures by going into this program and setting yourself up. Because if you really want to be supportive, like what Jeremy is talking about, income is an element of the support. It's not all of it, but it is an important element. So why not get the education now? And so that way you can get the career now to be supportive. So you can go to anthonyoneal.com/Bethel. And when you get that income, you need to start saving and living below your means. Start saving for the ring. Start saving for your dream home. Start saving for your wedding. Start saving for, the honeymoons. My parents didn't have the funds set aside to even have a wedding, but no one in my tribe is going to do that. And so I want you to park your money over at Prize Pool. Don't just open up a free account at Prize Pool because it's free. No, put money inside of it. And this is going to be a high yielded savings account. We are in a all-time high inflation. So your money needs to be inflated as well when it comes to savings. And Prize Pool is going to give you close to a 3% APR simply because, watch this, simply because you have money inside the account. So go over to anthonyoneal.com/savings, open up a Prize Pool account. It's 100% free. There's no minimum deposit, but I would encourage you to put at least $100, $200 inside the account, fund the account so you can activate all of their money prizes and their APRs and their interest rates. So this way you can get the bang for your buck. Because listen, man, if you're going to become husband, you got to honor her. You got to support her. No, honor her.
Understand,
and support. Mm-hmm. And then when you go from understanding, support, what's the next one?
You have to build her.
Ooh, wait. Wait, I got to build her?
You got to build her. And you do
It's
that.
my responsibility to build a woman?
Right, because you have to build the vision for the family.
Okay, now you're rocking. I see where you're going. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You have to build the vision for the family, and then you have to build the unity, the cohesiveness.
Okay.
In the relationship.
Okay.
Because one of the things that I wrote or said a little bit earlier is that the man is the proof to the relationship.
Right.
Like a relationship doesn't exist without you. In most cases, the woman is always, she's ready, she's like this, that, and the other. The guy is the proof, the woman is the piece.
Ooh, I like that. Say that again.
The man in the relationship is the proof that the relationship exists. The woman is the piece to the relationship. So you have to build. You have to consistently build the vision for the family, and that changes, right? That's an ongoing thing. Here's where we're going. Once we get here, we can't just stay.
Yeah.
You got to consistently build her.
Yeah.
So you have honor, understanding, support,
and build. And I like that build part though, Jay, because it's like I feel as if literally while I was studying for this quiz that we just put out, I was just studying like, well, why are divorces happening? And it's because they didn't maximize their single season before getting the ring. How do you maximize? You got to have a vision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to know where you're going. You got to put a definition. You got to come up with a defined destination. And I think, like you said, if I'm single and if I come to the marriage with a vision and as long as she agrees with that vision, I've just built the marriage, but I'm also building her.
If you come to the marriage or to the relationship as husband. So what I found, because I did the singles mansion with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And in that, what I found was to maximize my single season.
Yeah.
I had to become what I wasn't. Right? So maximizing your single season is to become the thing that you're not.
Ah, you teaching good. That's exactly what we say in the results on the quiz.
Right.
Y'all need to go take that quiz.
Go take the quiz.
It's free. Man, talking good. Keep going, boy. You're talking good.
So when we're resting in that, Anthony, once we understand that we're building her, the next one was my biggest issue in all of the relationships that I had.
What's that?
Alignment. You have to align with her. I changed it from agree with her because
you got to align.
You got to align.
Have to.
Because here's the thing, and alignment in this one is where conflict resolution resides.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
I was in relationships in my past that did not have good conflict resolution. I dated wonderful women.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we would argue about the toilet tissue being turned the wrong way.
Yeah.
And that would blow into something that was like crazy. Like no conflict resolution. There was no alignment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like alignment doesn't always mean agree. And I put agree with her. No, you don't have to agree to align.
You don't. You don't.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That goes back to that understanding. Like, you might not, no, I don't agree with this, babe, but hey, listen,
Right.
this is what we're going to do because you're building the vision. You are building this vision as husband. So, hey, babe, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this sacrifice for you right here in this moment, but I want you to understand. So alignment isn't always agreeing.
Yeah.
And after that, the last two are very simple.
Yeah.
To nurture her.
Yeah.
That's where your money part coming in.
Absolutely.
You know, there's some things that you just gonna have to do.
Gonna have to.
You're gonna have to cater to her needs. You're gonna have to be in a position where you are addressing the wants, the needs, the desires of her heart.
Do you think we can still nurture by saying no, though, sometimes?
Absolutely.
Because I think sometimes men feel as if when they say no, they're not nurturing, they're not loving, they're not providing.
No, that's no. No is probably one of the most endearing words.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because no actually gives you, it doesn't take control from anybody.
Right.
But it actually gives you the opportunity to rest in, like, in this space. It also gives you the opportunity to reflect and make certain that you're making the right decision.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
No to me is a wonderful word.
Absolutely.
So no, you could definitely nurture her by saying no.
Yeah. Okay.
Because when we go to that support and security back at the S, sometimes, well, no, let's go to the next one. And D, that's to defend her.
Yep.
So you got to, in defending her, sometimes you might have to defend her from herself. so that no may just happen to be what's necessary in that moment.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm saying? So that's my husband acronym. I think that as men, as brothers, I don't know what camera I can look at, but brothers,
Yeah.
you got to understand where we are, who we are. Yeah. If you understand who you are in relationships. Now, I talked about the 15 senses back in that book, and that's the foundation of who we are.
Right.
But once we understand where we are and who we are and where we dwell within our trichotomy, now we have to build on that.
Yeah.
We have to build to understand who we are to become.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not rushing. I don't want you guys to rush because I'm not saying that every guy should be a husband today.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if you were like me, if you were just a guy with options, at least you should become a boyfriend.
Right.
Right? Because, and after that, you need to become a husband because what we said earlier, the goal in every relationship, a romantic relationship,
is marriage.
Is to be a spouse.
Yeah. What do you think is keeping us single men from not, outside of options, do you think it's only options or do you think it is somewhat immaturity? I'm curious to think from your younger days, from what you know me and just men in general, what's keeping us from becoming husband?
I think if I'm honest with you, I think the reality is that we don't even know. Like, I think my people perish for the lack of knowledge. I think we're actually fading away. We're perishing as men in relationships and marriages simply because we are not taking in the right information. And that doesn't provide the knowledge that we need in order for us to live our lives productively the way that we should.
Jeremy, boy, I wish I had an hour show on today, man. We could really break this down. This is why I think you need a podcast.
Well, listen, let's get it done, man. I'm ready.
I'm serious, man, because I think we could do a whole show on becoming husband, and we spend a whole show on H,
a whole show on U, a whole show on S.
We could break this all down, bring in ladies, get their thoughts and opinion on what this nerves like. We could really make a dope show.
No, man, we've talked about a number of things.
Yeah.
And I just think like now it's time.
It's time.
If we're gonna help people the way that we need to, finances is your thing.
Absolutely. And we can add finances to it.
Yeah. And relationships is mine.
Yeah.
And even though I haven't had the most success,
But you working on that right now, though.
Pray for me.
I like where you at right now. I'm gonna leave it like that.
God bless you, Doc.
You know what I'm saying? I like where you at. I'm trying to be where you at today. I'm trying to be there.
Right,
That's my goal.
You can be there.
I'm gonna get there. Because I'm becoming
Husband.
Bottom line. Yo, if you like the idea of us starting this show, becoming husband, having real, relevant, and relatable conversations around becoming husband and becoming wife, you need to break down that acronym or maybe get a woman to break down that acronym.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
You already got the wife part?
Yeah, that's not today's.
So if you like that idea, I want y'all to let us know in the comments if you like the idea. If you listen to this on podcast, you guys, jump over to YouTube. Just let us know. Yes, start the podcast. Please start the podcast. Start the podcast. And if we do it, man, that could be something we could start in the first of the year and start really laying down some good content, some good structure, because I think it's a healthy conversation that we need because everything out there in the relationship space is all about, you know what I'm saying, go get her, how to go get her. This should be more about you.
Yeah, this is self-help.
Yeah, this is
self-building.
Yeah.
Right. This is everything that I'm doing right now doesn't have anything to do with anybody else.
Wow, so that's why I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I love it. That's why I love it.
It's all about what I need to be in order to be the right person that I need to be for me first and then for her.
That's it. That's it. Y'all, we're going to drop Jeremy Wright's information in today's show notes. I want you to go check him out on Instagram, Facebook. He's winning over there. And I'm like 9 times sure. I'm like 9 times for sure. We're going to start this podcast. And I want to know if y'all would support it. So let me know if you'll support it. Make sure you go check out the free quiz, the singles quiz. It's all about you. It's all about helping you win and setting you up to win. And like I said, we combine the Enneagram and DISC assessment to help you be a better single person, to be more attractive so you can become husband and become wife. It's free. Check it out. 30, 40 pages. It took us 6 months to really dive into this with other married experts to help you win. So listen, we love you. We appreciate you for rocking with us on my new show on Wednesdays, man. It's been absolutely amazing. And we'll see you on the next show. Peace out.